Well, last night when I got home, two guys walked by my apartment. That guy actually framed her before? Yeah. Why don't want anybody to say anything? Because I've made a ton of money off of this. It better not be one of my kids. Where they were bragging that they had sodium pentothal reports where they had those cops break it and stab me with needles. I've never been questioned by the police. I have never, an agent, officer, man, lady, attorney, nobody. Okay? I had bruises and I got sick on drinks and I got dizzy. And then they lied. They were agents from the agency using sodium pentothal on me, drugging me up with amnesia drugs so I wouldn't remember and telling me say stuff. And there's all kinds of witnesses. Now, I was in Dollar General in Louisville today. And probably before 11, there's a kid and a lady in there. And the kid said those bastards really framed her before. Yeah, they framed her before. I told these people to stop saying stuff to her. Well, I'm at my clients today and they're out there yelling, calling me dirty words. Because they're that stupid. They need to check my kids' accounts where I laid my life down to save them. And I lived through a concentration camp. That these people did these heinous crimes to me. And if they made a dime off of false pretenses, off of drugs and photoshopping, then and on their illegal surveillance, they need to put them in jail because by law they can't even look at it. Department of Justice, Fourth Amendment. Who do you report? The police or anybody else for illegal surveillance? Department of Justice, FBI, ICE, in your local police department to arrest them. No one's allowed in your home no matter what. Fourth Amendment, right to privacy, it's a legal search and seizure. They can't look or listen like Officer Reinhardt said in the Massillon Police. It's not admissible. Okay? Now, under the law, also for surveillance, it even says police and agencies can only be in a home on a threat of life. Failure to notify before initiating and speaking to the person that lives in the house, it is abuse and misconduct, and failure to protect is abuse and misconduct. And then it goes into the right of privacy, legal search and seizure. You can't monitor somebody in their house ever. January of 22, I'm in Circle K gas station on Fulton Road first thing in the morning to use the bathroom. Some ladies inside the gas station right outside the bathroom. We made a big mistake being in our home. They did. And I told you January 24th, 22. My car's still legally bugged by Will from the Canton FBI. Turned it over to the police, and the police in Mervyn are so dirty they sold the login to everybody. This is public knowledge of everything. 130 to apartment buildings 4 of mine. There's a red building outside stops. That guy's been yelling illegal surveillance, all, the photoshopping and the drugs, and I don't know him. Some old white guy's out there screaming. You framed her before? Yeah, I framed her before. Shame on you. I know. I found out those people even raped her. I feel bad at everything. You should. My neighbor, Amy, she's like, I thought my husband loud. I heard that clear in my apartment. Well, the police driving by, and everybody else heard him admit to framing me. We're at the Oakland apartment, Cleveland Avenue. Maintenance man, December 9th, 21, 4 p.m. They already called him and told him it's just men doing crimes down here, and all the tapes before with them, not me. And then one of my security guards from the case was at the Stark County Hunger Task Force. December 9th, 21, a white man, bald with dark eyes, came out and looked at me and went back and told them they always knew the tapes before with them, not me, so they never said a word. By January 3rd, there's 2 investigators in here. We talked to that guy about those tapes before, and he never said a word, and we're mad, and it's some guy named Eric trying to help him get away with this. Okay? We don't know who he is yet, and security's like the informants here. No one's to say a word to her. Well, I told the Canton police and the older African-American man that works with them. And, and then I told her there was an African-American lady said she was going to extort money. And she showed up by December 2nd or 3rd at Save-A-Lot by the door, and she admitted that it was, they made all that up too. They told Shine last month that they knew that everything was photoshopped. But yeah, January 3rd, or January of 22, Fulton Road, that lady said we made a big mistake being in her home. And you know why? She didn't see a drug confession. She said she'd never seen it, said she did anything wrong before. I know that. So they had Photoshop back in the drug confession. She was a toxic water lady. And when I told them how many people knew it was altered, that like Mercy Medical, March 13, 2021, they told them the only thing they had me on adjusting myself, you just simply wipe something off. The guy said, that's sick. She said, no, it's funny. That's it. Well, then in Rite Aid, you didn't expose, between April 1st and May 10th in Louisville, you didn't expose yourself. You're good. And then run around Cleveland Avenue in March, and we know what they try to say, that wouldn't work. Well, with March 2nd to the 3rd, my car's bugged of 21 about 8 to 10:30 at night. They're going to put two clips together and put her in a pour, and it's not her, it's them. Okay? Don't worry about her. Well, they put a shower scene in the other room being assholes. Well, if you pull Will's case, January 25th, 2019, a legally bugged house in Ravenna, on the Real Threat of Life case that he started legally. I'm crying in my room where Dave was acting crazy. There was all the police were at the end of the road. While I'm crying in my room, I could hear one of them talk to him. The police always knew she was innocent before. They were talking about it at the station. Some guy was bailing this guy out from a team. Said, if she's innocent, we'll pay a fine or bail. Said, no, the police always knew she was innocent before, and they never want to arrest her, and somebody else did something wrong before. Okay? The police already knew I was innocent. Now, one of the Ravenna police were at Liberty House Share, June of 19, on Fulton Road, Hills and Dales, North Canton or Jackson. Police are working security. They are in front of everybody saying the worst thing you ever did wrong, honey, is you bent over and probably we can wipe that one out. And he's giggling because they already caught Melissa telling the kids the line to change it from only making fun of the back of my knees once, my varicose veins, to lie that they seen my butt 7 years ago and they didn't, and picking out a nightgown I didn't own. But they already caught him saying they were lying on Thanksgiving of 18. For the house wasn't meant for Grandma, was meant for Auntie Shell and Papa, and Grandma needs to get out. And then later on to Flora, my other granddaughter, were making everything up their games of pretend. They're documenting me games of pretend. My whole family was interviewed. They spoke highly of me in 18. They better, I almost died to save them. And I lived through a hell in a concentration camp, trying to save them and let them go after me. I want someone to find out if they took a damn dime, because if they did, I want them put in jail. Because if they think they can pay off a cop to stab me with a needle or roofie a drink, and I've never been questioned with Miranda rights, never prosecuted, and never found guilty, and they think they can pay cops off to stab me with needles and lie they're agents from the agency stationed in the courthouse, and even on Walmart 62, they were saying that, and pretend they're FBI and that they're stabbing me in my sleep with sodium pentothal. Yeah, they're highly dangerous and they're not my kids no more, and I laid my life down for no reason. Someone needs to check into this.